Hello, welcome. In this video, I wanted to prepare Çiğ Köfte with a slightly different presentation. It turned out to be very easy to make, and the final result looked great. Honestly, today I'm making everything with ready-made ingredients, so we'll prepare a practical recipe without too much effort. I'm using ready-made Adıyaman spicy Çiğ Köfte. Along with that, I'll use nimet lavash, some greens, tomatoes, and cucumbers. The ingredients are actually quite simple, but when they come together the right way, the result is really impressive. First, I opened the lavash breads. However, I ran into a small problem here. I think too much weight was placed on the lavash package. Because of that, the lavash breads are stuck together quite firmly. I try to separate them, but it's not very easy. First, I tried turning them upside down, but that didn't work. Then I slowly tried separating them from the edges, but that wasn't very successful either. After that, I tried sliding a plastic spatula-like tool between them to separate them. It took a bit of effort, but in the end, I managed to separate them well enough to use. Of course, some of the lavash breads tore during the process, but that's not a big deal. Sometimes in the kitchen, you have to find solutions with what you have. After all, what matters is not having everything look perfect, but being able to create something delicious with the ingredients you have on hand. Now it's time for the filling. I divide the 1 kilogram package of Çiğ Köfte into 6 equal portions. I want the filling to be generous. This way, the flavor of the Çiğ Köfte will stand out more in the wraps we're preparing, and every bite will be satisfying. I place the prepared portions of Çiğ Köfte onto the lavash breads. Then, using the glove on my hand, I press and spread the Çiğ Köfte evenly. My goal is to cover the entire surface of the lavash as uniformly as possible. There's no need to rush at this stage. When you spread the Çiğ Köfte slowly, you get a neater appearance and ensure the same flavor in every part of the wrap. As you can see, I spread the Çiğ Köfte into a thin layer across the entire surface. This way, together with the greens, tomatoes, and other ingredients we'll add, every bite will have a balanced flavor. Now I've thoroughly washed the arugula, garden cress, and parsley. After draining the excess water, I finely chopped them. Plenty of greens always pair wonderfully with Çiğ Köfte. They add freshness and help balance the spiciness. I spread the chopped greens evenly over the Çiğ Köfte. Then I add sliced tomatoes and cucumbers. At this stage, you can completely follow your own taste preferences. You can add pickles, use sweet corn kernels, or even add grated carrots or finely sliced red cabbage. Whatever you have on hand can be used. I also drizzle a little pomegranate molasses over the top. The slightly tangy flavor of the pomegranate molasses pairs beautifully with the spicy and seasoned taste of the Çiğ Köfte. Now let's fold the lavash in half. It actually ended up looking like a giant Çiğ Köfte taco. If you try to roll it into a wrap, you may have some difficulty because the filling is quite generous. As you can see, the wrap doesn't close completely because there is so much filling inside. But that's exactly the idea. We want a hearty presentation loaded with ingredients. Now I cut them in half through the middle. This makes them much easier to hold and eat. They also look very appealing when served this way. Our Çiğ Köfte is ready. Let's add a few slices of lemon on the side. If you squeeze some lemon over it while eating, the flavor becomes even better. The combination of lemon and spicy Çiğ Köfte is truly fantastic. As a fruit option for this meal, I'm thinking of serving strawberries. After spicy Çiğ Köfte, a refreshing and lightly sweet choice goes really well. For dessert, I'll serve walnut baklava. After a spicy and flavorful dish, a syrup-soaked dessert makes for a very enjoyable ending. And of course, for the drink, we have ayran. If you ask me, ayran is one of the best companions to çiğ köfte. Don't you think they go perfectly together? Thank you for watching. I hope to see you again in future recipes. By the way, be sure to check out the recipes I've previously shared on the channel. You might discover some other delicious dishes you'd like to try. Take care of yourselves, and goodbye.